Oh, Pisces. Um, Happy New Year. And oh, I'm trying to catch my breath. Your energy came in so strong, and then I'm not gonna lie, it triggered the things that I have been through, and I'm feeling you. I get it. I get where you've been, and I get what you feel. I get what you see. I get it all, and I get why it's so tough. But the good news is that this is your end, which means it's time for purging. Absolutely, time for purging. Now's the time for shedding the rest that has weighed us down. Um, this is going to be really deep, and I'm going to go there because I think that some of us need that, especially as Pisces, because we see the worst of the worst. We're the last sign of the zodiac. We go to hell and back. And when I say that, I mean that we go through pain and trauma like there's no tomorrow, but it doesn't just stop at one experience. It goes on and on and on and on. And the reason why is we reside in the 12th house. The 12th house is endings. And the 12th house is also it's also an illumination of everything that's hidden, and that's why we can go out into the world and we see things that people don't. We can even see why some people are so deluded. We see their potential, but they don't see their potential. And our loving hearts, we can see what they can do. We can see what a situation can be. And we take it, we run with it. We take that wand and we look out to the future. We're not looking for anything specific. We're just taking the experience and we go with it. And I feel like a lot of you have done this in the past. And you've experienced extreme happiness. And I know this feeling all too well. And forgive me, I'm a bit emotional because, you know, when I was younger, I had a really tough time. I was bullied. I went to hell and back. And then when I try and go home for some refuge, well, that was dysfunctional as well. And I feel like a lot of you went through that too. And you were left alone with this Four of Swords. You were left alone to try and figure it out. You were left alone trying to understand. But the reason why is because you're the connection to the other side, Pisces. And I'm sorry for being emotional, but I look back to the time when I met my first love, and oh, did I love him. But get this. I didn't love him at first. In fact, he really annoyed me. He drove me crazy. He would call me all the time, and I thought he was nuts. And I was just like, can you please leave me alone? And his persistence and the thing that he saw in me brought me out of my seclusion. And I fell in love with him, something like I had never known. He brought me happiness, he brought me joy. And I think that a lot of you can relate to this. It was bigger than life itself. And it took your heart. Yeah, it did. But your path, unfortunately, in this world was not to be connected to somebody. It was not to become attached to somebody. So I think that you continue to work on yourself. And what I'm talking about, which is ironic as well, is this Four of Swords. It can speak to funerals. And my first love took his own life. We had just turned 18. And I buried him the day before my 18th birthday. So I guess what I'm saying here is that I understand your pain. I understand how deep things run. I understand where it can get hard. But I also understand too that finding inner love and finding growth through losing people who are physically there, we start to turn to spirit because we have no choice, right? Everything that made us happy was taken away. We didn't understand. We didn't understand why relationships were falling apart. But yet, more people would come in, new opportunities would come in, and we would work on it. Yeah, we would work on it tenfold. But what we learned was that the physical, everything from materialisms to all of the sensualities, all of the beautiful things in life, they don't last forever. And it's at that point that we have to make a decision. And I think that some of you might be at that point right now. You're at that point where you're like, but I worked so hard. I was doing everything right. And then life came along and permanently took away my physical love. Permanently took away the things that I worked so hard for with my hands. I spent every minute of every hour. Why? Why is it gone? Thanks, Paisley. But I think the truth of the situation is that we have to learn about going spiritually within. We have to understand that everything is energy. Everything is energy. Just like this light. Light is an energy. So, no matter what happens, because we are the ending, we're the end of the cycle, we lose everything. Yes, it makes us mad. Yes, we go through pain. Yes, we want to literally criticize life and hate life. But the reality of the situation is that it's pushing us. It's pushing us to understand the bigger picture. That's where, and I feel like some of you at this beautiful year end, you're starting to let go of control. Why? Because you're finding happiness and wishes come true for that matter, in the truth of the situation. We have been fed lies all our lives about what life really is, but the truth of the matter is life is so much bigger than this little existence that we live in. It's not about materialisms. It's definitely not about materialisms. Those are just temporary experiences. Just like people in the physical realm are temporary experiences. And the true wish and dreams, you're starting to realize it's not something that you can build with your hands. It's not something that you can hug or hold. Nah, that's just an experience. Why? Because energy lasts forever. So in the future, what I love about this reading is that you're going to see that what you've been told to be truth isn't the truth. This is a huge reading, and I feel hesitant, especially on New Year's, to dole this out, but whatever. Spirit says that it needs to be doled out. What is so beautiful is that in this new year, you're going to see how many lies that you were led to believe, how many lies that you accepted to be truth as opposed to just living in the moment, and how many addictions and how many things that you held on to that were toxic. And why? Because that's all you knew, and you were taught that would bring you stability. But in this beautiful new year, you're not going to accept it anymore. Knight of Pentacles, no. You're going to question it. Is this truth? Is it truth? Or is there something bigger than houses, cars, money, looks? Is there something bigger? Guess what? Yeah, there is. And you know what is so incredible? Is that you're going to see, as you ascend, that inner conflict and everything that presents conflict in your life simply does so to get you to the point of being whole. And you are going to be whole. You're going to stop putting focus on the physical aspects that will not last forever. They're going to disappear. They're going to leave your life. But here's the beauty. Is their energetic existence will always be there. So if we pass, if we move on, that wisdom is going to be there. Why? Because we actually created it. So we enjoyed the experience, and as we let it go, because we have to, we have no choice. This is life. We start to become whole within ourselves. And as we become whole within ourselves, we transcend and we go home. And when we go home, it's beautiful. Home is incredible. Stepping to the other side is unreal. And I think that this is going to help some of you relieve any addictions that you may have had throughout this year that have helped you cope. In fact, you're so strong you have no clue. But that's why you're the last sign. And it's about being alone, because how do I put this? Physical existence is not permanent. It's an illusion. So now you're going to go out and you're going to take advantage and explore and enjoy every moment instead of sitting here waiting for the next quote-unquote permanent thing to come along. No. It's never permanent. You're going to find happiness in the solitude. You're going to find happiness in the fact that, you know what, I have this moment right here and now, and I'm going to cherish it. You are not going to hold on to belief systems, because you're going to understand that it's all in the moment to feel. And that no matter how hard you work, which goes up to here in the present, it will fall apart. Why? Because it's not meant to be permanent. It's just an experience. So then you're going to make a decision. You're going to make a decision to walk towards spirit, which is, okay, thank you. I'm going to enjoy this physical experience as it comes along. You're going to be releasing control, and that is going to be your wish come true. Why? Because you're going to be in the moment. And in the future, like I said, you're going to be releasing the truths that society has placed on you. And I say that because the Hierophant here is in reverse. So it's telling you that no matter what you've been told, it's not real. You manifest what you need to experience. So if it's bad experiences, I hate to say this, but you recreate them over and over again until you can supersede this illusion. Think of the Matrix. Okay? Until you supersede that you're bound, because you're not. You're going to find that you've been living a lie, and that's not a bad thing. It's actually very liberating. No matter what anyone tells you, you're actually free. You're not bound to anything. But you're also not losing anything, which is beautiful about the infinite of life. So I think that some of you in this new year are beautiful. As much as you missed yesterday, or you may miss the way that things used to be, you're going to understand that no matter what comes along, you're not going to be stubborn anymore. You're not going to hold on to it as though, like, do you see the way that this knight is holding on so tightly to the moment, and the way that this King of Pentacles is holding on so tightly to all of his earthly possessions? Is that going to come with you once you lose your earthly form? No, it's not. So the inner conflict is going to subside, and you're going to find peace and wholeness. Why? Because you're going to understand that you're here for the physical experience, not forever. This is not eternity. This is not forever. Not here. Nah, this is just the beginning. And you're going to also understand that falling in love with the impermanence of life, or the physical life for that matter, will repeat in destruction after destruction after destruction. Enjoy it as it comes along. Don't hold on to it. Wait for the next opportunity, because it's coming. And then when it's time to pass over, there's that happiness, there's that family, there's all of the people that you love who are going to be there waiting for you. Oh my God, what an intense reading. Oh, Pisces. Let's get you an advice card, and then we're going to get you a postcard from spirits. Surrender frustration. Yeah, frustration. Because like I said, so many of you have a foot in reality versus your foot in the spiritual realm. It's frustrating. Damn straight it is. Frustration doesn't open any doors. The key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself, and regroup. And you may approach the situation more calmly. That's beautiful. But the best of the best is yet to come right now with a postcard from Spirit. Spirit, please, what do you have to tell Pisces? How heavy was this reading? Oy. Well, this one jumped. Oh, two of them jumped. Should I take both? I say we'll take both. Dearest you, over here, there is no mystery for us to unravel, as we know intimately how connected we all are, how the web of creation works. I told you that. And how spirit is in every aspect of life, from the invisible to the visible. But it's impossible for the humans to comprehend the complexities of how things actually work, because the most important threads in the tapestry don't make sense in the dimension you live in. Of course it doesn't. That said, can you feel the importance of these currents of energy that bring events together in miraculous ways? You can't understand with your mind, but you can know with your heart and soul. I told you that. You sense something bigger. Woo! But you can know it with your heart and soul. So trust that even though you don't know the how, the what, or the why, we do. Surrender to the mystery and have faith that the unseen world is watching you with loving eyes as spirit weaves your life's mysteries for that matter, and beautiful tapestry in glorious technicolor, loving you so, so much as always. And then this one wanted to come out as well, so I'm going to read it for you. It is, dearest you, we know everything in the universe is perfect, even in its flaws. Yes, and we view the creations of spirit in total awe. All is unique, yet part of a unity of existence. Yes, but the human experience is a little different from ours. You tend to have specific standard for what you consider ideal, and this isn't everything. This isn't serving you either right now. So forget your idea of perfection and see through our eyes, allowing things to be as they are without judgment. Don't wait until the perfect moment or mood to start something. Instead, enter life with all its flawsomeness. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. Let others be who they are, too, right? Imperfect and human, complex or simple. It doesn't matter, for there is always something to discover, experience, and love. When you dropped the need for an ideal, wasn't I just saying that? You know, how we hold on to this permanency. You uncover the real treasure, which will be far more interesting and valuable. Loving you like crazy. Jump in, enjoy the ride, Pisces. And don't hold on to yesterday, because guess what? That energetic reality will be waiting for you once we pass and we shed the human, the human snowsuit. You want to call it a snowsuit? Because, yeah, it's a cold world out there. So once we shed that, we come back to all that we knew. Why? Because we actually created it along with the creator. I know that's big. But anyways, Happy New Year's. Love you guys all so much. Time for me to go party a little bit more, and sending you so much love. Thanks for being here. Bye, guys.